earlier this month has now moved to the courts, and the case is getting more complicated by the day. The little girl's mother, Patricia Harper, says she hadn't seen the girl, who identified herself as Courtney, for almost 2 years. Harper is seeking permanent custody of the girl, whose real name is Akasha. For now, the mother has been granted visitation rights, which start next week on Tuesday. Her attorneys, Greg Gerstenfield and Rebecca Koska, join us from Washington. Appreciate both of you being on the program. Thanks very much. Gary, I talked to you last night. Gary, today you asked a judge to give custody of Akasha to her mother, your client. Now, the dad didn't even show up to court. Do you actually expect him to fight for custody?
Well, I'm not sure fight's quite the right word. I think he'll probably at some point make an appearance.
Do you know why he didn't even show up today?
I'm not sure. I don't really understand a lot of things he's been doing. He's certainly been interviewed a couple times now, and I've listened to the things he's said. And as an attorney, I would suggest that he would probably do better to not quite say the things he said, but these are his choices.
Rebecca, this man abandoned this little girl May 5th. That's really not in contention. He says he went off to cash some checks, though he got swept up in a drug raid. But he also says that basically this little girl was abandoned by her mother, your client, 2 years ago. When she was born, the mother was 17 years old. She was overwhelmed. She basically gave up this little girl and gave up the relationship with this man, and he was forced to be a single dad. Is there any truth to that?
There's no truth to that. We've actually been looking for this child for almost 2 years. So it was quite heartwarming when she was found, and we're really looking forward to reuniting her with her mother this week.
Gary, your little lawyer says that you guys have been looking for 2 years for this little girl, but it wasn't like she was in India. I mean, you guys were in Washington. This little girl was in Baltimore. How hard could it have been to find her?
Well, I guess sort of like looking for a needle through a haystack. When you stop, you consider this. The father has no fixed address.